Dear students, today we'll see the session on binary operations. Concept is multiplication. The way how we can perform multiplication operation between two data frame objects. Two data frame objects. Earlier which we saw addition, the way how we can perform. Same way which we worked with a subtraction operation. Now we'll see so how we'll be able to perform multiplication operation between two data frame objects. So multiplication binary operation using general multiplication operator which we use, that is asterisk symbol in computers. Then there is a function called MUL that represents multiplication, and RMUL, reverse multiplication. Okay, same like which we saw reverse addition and reverse subtraction. Same way multiplication also, which you can say reverse multiplication, and you can perform multiplication binary operation on two data frames objects either using multiplication operator or using multiplication function as per syntax. Data frame object 1 dot mul of data frame object 2, which means df1 data frame object 1 is multiplied with data frame object 2, or by using r multiplication or mul, sorry, or mul. So that is reverse multiplication as per syntax, which you can see data frame object 1 dot or mul function of df2, which means data frame object 2 is multiplied with data frame object 1. Okay, so here the way how we can work with this multiplication operation, again same way which we will take four different data frame objects, then we will perform operation towards those objects. So you must import the two modules, that is pandas module as well as numpy module, which you want to perform this operation. So array1 object equal to np dot array of, yes, we specified 3 rows and 3 columns array object, and create the data frame object 1 equal to pd dot data frame of array object 1 comma columns headers, which we specify abc. The values which it was specified 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Same way data frame object 2 which you want to create, for that array object equal to np dot array of 10 20 30 40 50 60 70 80 90. And while creating data frame object, pd dot data frame of array object 2 comma columns as usual, which we use here also abc column headers. Same way creating data frame object 3, for that, so data which you want to create array object 3 equal to np dot array of 100 comma 200 comma 300 400 comma 500 comma 600. So here we are going to create this data frame object, so 2 rows and 3 columns. df3 equal to pd dot data frame of array object 3 comma columns abc as usual column headers, and rows here only 2 rows. Earlier two data frame objects which we created df1 and df2, it was 3 rows and 3 columns, and object 3 which we create here, that is 2 rows and 3 columns. Okay, same way data frame object 4 which you want to create is array object 4 equal to np dot array of 1000 comma 2000 4000 comma 5000 7000 comma 8000. Now here we will be creating 3 rows and 2 columns, 3 rows and 2 columns. So df4 equal to pd dot data frame of array object 4 comma columns as usual, which we use here also ab. Okay, column headers which we use a and b. Now the operation which you can perform, df1 is multiplied with df2. Yes, once you do that, according to that, which will be multiplied, and you will get the result as such a way that 10 40 90 160 250 360 490 640 810. Okay, So 1 is multiplied with 10. So 1 tens are 10, and 2 is multiplied with 20, 40, and 3 is multiplied with 30, 90, and 4 is multiplied with 40, that is what? 160. 5 is multiplied with 50, 250. 6 is multiplied with 60, 360, and 7 is multiplied with 70, 490, and 8 is multiplied with 80, 640. 9 is multiplied with 90. That object 1 value into object 2 value. So finally you will get same manner. When you apply with along with function also, when you apply along with function also, you will get the same result. You will get the same result. Same way, there is one more function also which we saw that. So when you use function reverse multiplication, so here also you will get the same result. The number, two numbers, if you left and right, two values, if you multiply with left and right or right and left, so either of the way, whatever way we can do the multiplication, but end of the result is same. Okay, same way between another objects. So now which we saw data frame object 1 and data frame object 2 multiplication operation, same manner which you can see. So data frame object 1 with data frame object 3, two objects which you want to perform multiplication, general operator as multiplication operator, or by using function multiplication MUL, that is, and RMUL. So we'll get the same result again between these two objects, all three ways which you work with, so you will get the same result. And here you will see the decimal values, because if any one of the value in a column, so which becomes non-value, because if there is no there is any non-matching indexes between two objects, then you will be able to see non-value will store. When non-value is stored in a data frame object, so which means integer is automatically upgraded to floating point value. So because in Python integer cannot hold non-values, so non-value comes under floating point data type. That's why that integer values are automatically which will upgrade to float values. Same way between data frame object 1 and data frame object 4, which you perform multiplication operation, you will see again same result as an output using normal operator between these two objects and performing by using two functions, MUL multiplication function and reverse multiplication function. All the three different statements which will give you same result again, and non-matching indexes which will store non-values, which will store non-values. You can see, note, please note that method RMUL, that is df.rmul, df works the same as multiplication is commutative. Okay, so that is how the way how multiplication function works, same way this particular function also which works. Now we'll execute through practically we'll execute, then we will see the output. First import the modules, import both the modules need to be imported. Import numpy module, then create the four objects, data frame objects, can see array object which we created and then data frame object. Same manner create all other data frame objects. Object to statement, same way create data frame object 3. For that data array object, now create the data frame object 3. Same way object 4. Okay, now we created the 4 data frame objects, 4 objects which will be able to make use. If you want to print, yes, you can print out all the objects which we created: df1, df2, df3, df4. Okay, so all the objects which we created, data frame objects. First object is 3 by 3, which you can see 3 rows and 3 columns. Second one also 3 rows and 3 columns, and third one is 2 rows and 3 columns, and fourth one is 3 rows and 2 columns. Okay, now which you want to perform an operation, that is multiplication between the objects. As you can see, first 1 and 2 between. Same way you can apply by using function mul of df2. Same way which you can perform by using function reverse or multiplication of df2. So just look at now all 3 which we executed: normal multiplication by using mul function, by using rmul function. All 3 statements which will give you the same result, okay, same way. So this one, that is the reason which they haven't specified this particular operation in textbook. They were shown only these 2 statements execution output between these 2. Third one they haven't shown. And same way which you want to apply between df1 and df3. Now look at now, we want to perform multiplication between these 2. We just see df1 is multiplied with df3, and third row which doesn't have the data frame object 3, third row, that is the reason which you can see non values are stored here. Third row in a result object which stores non value because it is non-matching index. Same way df1 dot mul of df3, which you can see clearly. Same way df1 dot r mul of df3, reverse multiplication. Yes, you can see again now between these 2 objects, whichever operation which we perform, normal multiplication, and by using mul function, by using rmul function, again we got this set of values are same result. Okay, same manner when you want to work with df1 and df4, object 1 and 4, yes, you can perform now operation by using normal operator. Yes, by using multiplication function. Yes, you can do that by using reverse multiplication, that is rmul function which we use. or MUL. Okay, sorry, we made a mistake. df1 dot or MUL of object name which we need to pass. Okay, now again you can see here again all these three set of statements which gives you same result. When you look at it, will give you same result as an output, same result as an output. Same way which you want to perform between 2 and 3. Yes, df2 df3, two objects which you want to perform an operation into 3, then df2 is multiplied with df3. Yes, df2 is multiplied reverse multiplication with 3 object. Yes, that is df3. You can see again here same result when you work with these two objects with 3 different operations. The multiplication operation with 3 different ways, 3 statements which give you same result. Same way between 2 and 4, between the objects 2 and 4, the operation which you want to perform. Yes, normal operation. Yes, you can see same way which you can apply with by using the function multiplication, then reverse multiplication. Yes, you can see reverse multiplication. Now again here you will see the result which gives you same. Okay, result which you will see same again, same manner between 3 and 4 objects. Yes, you can perform. This is the data which we have, 3 and 4 objects, and which you want to perform a multiplication binary operation. Yes, you can apply by using normal operator. Same way by using multiplication function. Yes, same way by using reverse multiplication. Yes, you can see on these 3 statements which gives you same set of values as an output, same result. Okay, so that is how which you can perform multiplication operation. Now we saw the way how you can work with multiplication binary operation between two data frame objects through interactive mode. Same thing which you can able to work with script file, which will be able to work with script file. So how you can see, so script file which you want to create, let me see. Okay, we will take earlier one example. Go to file, open, we'll take it earlier one, the operation, and that will edit make the changes. So what we will do here, just as usual, right, import pandas as pd, import numpy as pd, sorry, np, then create the array object 1, then create data frame object 1. Yes, then create array object 2, create the data frame object 2, then create the array object 3. Each one which you can see, which we created all the data frame objects. Yes, you can see clearly the data as well as the data frame object, which we use column headers also. Same manner, data frame object 3, as you can see. Same way, data frame object 4, which you can see, which we created. Now you just use data frame object 1 as print the object 1, data frame object 2, then print the object 2, then data frame object 3, print the object 3, then data frame object 4, print that. Now multiplication of so first you will see df3 and df4. Okay, just apply here. Same way, multiplication of df3 dot mul of df4. Same way here we need to apply. Same manner, again the operation which you want to perform, reverse multiplication. Okay, then apply here also, reverse multiplication. As now we typed the program. Once you complete the application, click file, go to save as, give the file name, binary multiplication dot py, choose the location accessible, then click save along with extension. Yes, we created a file program. Now go to run menu, click run module, click run module. You can see the operation which it performed between this data frame object 3 and data frame object 4. Data frame object 3 and data frame object 4. All three statements which we executed and which we can see the result as end result, same result, and non-matching indexes results are calculated, and non-matching indexes which stored non-values. Okay, the objects which we printed in prior to the calculation, which we printed all 4 objects, data frame objects which we created, the data which it contains all the objects which we displayed. Okay, same manner, whatever objects which you want to make use is, you can make changes in the application. Within the application you can make a change. So between 1 and 2 which you want to perform, and if you wanted to keep this 3 and 4 comments, as you can put it in comments. If you don't want this, only if you are working at a time only 2 objects, then here also can put it comment. Yes, now make it 1 and 2 object names, make changes, or you can create at a time entire application such a way that 1 and 2 1 2 1 2, reverse multiplication. Save whatever changes. When you make any changes in your application, each time you must save the application, then click run, go to run module. Yes, you can see now again the calculations which we did, the output of the statements clearly which you can observe, which gives you the same result. It gives you the same result. Same way, suppose if you want to execute with multiple, yes, 1 and 3 now, then remove that. So make use these three statements. Again, this is 1 and 2. Now between 1 and 3, okay, so just make here object names 1 and 3. Multiplication function, reverse multiplication. Okay, same manner. 1 and 4. Yes, you want to apply 1 and 4. Yes, 1 and 4. Multiplication. Same way, reverse multiplication. Yes, now save down like that, which you can make use 2 and 3 objects. Same way, 2 and 4 objects, then 3 and 4 objects. So that entire application, all the combinations which you want to work, which you want to check the result, as you can write it continuously, the application which becomes bigger, and save it again, go to run, click run module. You can see all will be executed between the objects. Yes, you can see same result between 1 and 4 objects using normal multiplication, using multiplication function MUL, using reverse multiplication function or MUL between those two objects. Same way between 1 and 3 objects, between 1 and 3 objects, which you can see same result again. Yes, same way, which you can see again between 1 and 2 objects, between 1 and 2 objects, same result. So that is how multiplication binary operation which you can perform between two data frame objects. We took here integer values. You can take it as float values also. You can take it as float values also, then which will work such a way that you can take it as a negative numbers also, which will work such a way that the way how we can perform binary operation multiplication between two objects. So we'll continue another operation, another class. That's all. Thank you.